if we permit this, that this city government does not care about the fishing industry. And that got me. We as a city council, we have done everything we can for the fishing industry. And because we are allowing the seawall to be built, doesn't mean we don't care. And I don't know where, how the seawall is going to build the fishing stocks. That's something else. But you know, that two things, so to me, the Goshman report doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I'm not going to rely on that on my decision process. A lot of people come into my place of business and they complain about their taxes. And most of them are all residential taxes. And one of the things I always explain is that we need to build our industrial, our commercial tax base, which, by the way, has been shrinking. Hopefully this will start bringing us the other way. Because a commercial enterprise like this hotel, it's a cash cow for the city. And between the real estate taxes, between the excise taxes, and the meals tax, and the room tax, and the water, and the sewer, and basically for city services, they don't ask them for anything. So this is a cash cow. This is what's going to fund the schools. This is what's going to fund the fire department. More commercial development like this. Now, if you go, I've taken rides down the fort so many times in the last few weeks, and I look around and I see Jeff Amiro's property is empty. City Gloucester, the old football property, empty. Sam Parisi, pretty much empty. Cape Horn Ice, he's barely using the plant, and it's he's looking for something that can go in there, and it's up for sale. It's empty. North Atlantic Fish is thinking of moving out.
No, they're not.
So there are not, you know, Intershell,
No, they're not.
the Mortalados, and the Pacos, they have the thriving businesses. But everybody else is sinking down there. We need something a catalyst to put this thing together, to create some excitement. And the fellow from Gloucester Pharmaceutical said it the best. And a company called Gloucester Pharmaceutical has to go to Cambridge. And if he's telling us that he can't do business in this town because we don't have a full-service hotel, then we need to have one. And maybe if we have one, the biomarine will go into some of these empty properties down there. It'll build. It'll be cleaned up. The infrastructure will be there. And then it'll be I feel that this hotel is going to be the change agent for the fort. And a change agent that's really needed. People have talked to me about, you know, who the developers are. and I've talked to people in other communities, and they tell us, they say, you know, Joe, you are so lucky to have a guy like Jim Davis interested in spending and developing your city. Because he's got a reputation of first class. And now, you know, hooked up with Sherry, I think the pair is going to be unbeatable. And everything that Jim Davis does, anywhere in Massachusetts, is always first class, and everybody's proud to have him in the community. And not only do they do things well, they live in the community. You know how lucky we are to have somebody that that lives in the community, that's proud of the community, and is spending money in the community. That very rarely happens, and in this instance, it is happening. And just to sum up, when I first got elected, John Bell had just got elected mayor, and he took me aside, and he gave me a few words of wisdom. And he said, Joe, just keep this in mind. Whatever is good for the city of Gloucester is going to be good for the wards, and it's going to be good for the neighborhoods. And every time I come to these huge votes, I think of those words.